You're stronger than my weakness, Jesus, your victory. You're fighting all my battles, you fight for me. You're stronger than my weakness, Jesus, your victory. You're fighting all my battles, you fight for me. I wanna live fearless. I believe. Your promises. I believe. You are for me. This I believe. Fearless. I believe. Your promises. I believe. You are for me. This I believe. Fearless. I believe. You fight for me. I believe. This I believe.
Facebook world, what's up, guys? How you feeling? Oh, thanks, Jerry. That felt good.
Were you expecting an answer from them?
No, I wasn't expecting. That just hurt my ears, man. So we're here. We are so pumped. I got Connor over here. Connor, say hi. And Connor, you can say something, right?
No, I can't.
Yeah. Connor doesn't like to talk a whole lot. And then we got Matt over here, looking good.
Yo.
Matt, Jared Van Ouse.
No.
Jared Van Ouse. And Caleb here
Bush.
has not played with us for very long, or for a whole lot in the
been about
last
a year.
Yeah. Caleb, his family, they have decided to keep on having babies and more babies and more babies.
Lots of babies.
And more babies. I just said that 4 times, right? Yeah, so they have 4 kids, and but we have Caleb here with us, and we are super pumped to be here with you tonight. We got an announcement we're going to make, and let me see who's watching. I'm just going to pop over here. Mirica, Tamara, Lisa, Cynthia, Scott, John Walters. What's up, my man? Cynthia, Erica, and John, thank you for letting us use your church. And over here we have Travis. You can't see him, but you'll get to meet him in a minute and hear his story. And then we got our 2 guys over here shoved into a room that are doing our tech stuff, and Austin is behind the camera. So we're super pumped, and we're going to play some music. You guys ready?
Ready.
So we're going to play a song. We figured that we would just start right away. We're going to play Fearless because it's a feel-good song. So here we go. In the valley of the shadow, I will not fear. If enemies surround me, I know you are near. You're bigger than all I can see. You're holding on to me. Caleb? You'll light my way. When the road's a little longer, you'll give me strength. I hear you singing victory songs over every path I'm on. Come on, sing it. Wanna live fearless. I believe. Your promises. I believe. You are for me. This I believe. Fearless. All right, at home, here we go. There's no mountain I see that you cannot move. No battle will confront me that you're gonna lose. I will put my hope in you. There is nothing you can't do. I want to live fearless. I believe. Your promises. I believe. You are for me. This I believe. Fearless. I believe. Your promises. I believe. You are for me. This I believe. Fearless. You're stronger than my weakness, Jesus, your victory. You're fighting all my battles, you fight for me. All right, like this, here we go. You're stronger than my weakness, Jesus, your victory. You're fighting all my battles, you fight guys are enjoying this at home, we're so excited to be here with you tonight. I just want to see who is on the live. We have Tamara and Janine, Rick Whitmer, what's up? Lisa, Matt Holman, Jared Evans, Janine Nunn, Miraca Murphy. So my eyes aren't that great, but I have a screen right there so I can see you. So we are truly live. And so, we're really excited. The reason that we're here tonight is just to share some songs with you, and we have some songs that we're going to play later on in the night. We have a brand new song that we've actually never played. Yeah. Which
I'm excited.
Yeah, we haven't even released it yet.
Yeah.
And we're going to share it with you. You feeling good, Caleb? It's all right. You sounded good. You sounded good to me. Caleb literally hasn't played with us in a year, and we haven't rehearsed a whole lot since March. And but we're having a lot of fun with this. And so the big announcement that we want to make tonight is, you guys know my story. You know that I am an ex-drug addict, and that God set me free 18 years ago, and he changed my life. And basically, he pulled me out of a lifestyle of drug addiction, pulled me out of a lifestyle of a whole bunch of stuff, and gave me a new life and a hope and a future. And that is the message of our band and the message of our ministry, is that no matter where you've gone, no matter what you've done, that God is bigger and he is faithful. And our lives are the evidence of that. Matt came out of a similar life of drug and alcohol addiction. And so our heart has always been to encourage people. And over the just during this year, with all the things we've been facing in 2020, with just everything that's going on, and COVID and just everything else, I think that people need a message of hope, especially people that are struggling, people that are hurting. And so we are launching a tour, and this tour is going to be called the Story Tour. And we're taking this tour across the country, and in 2021, and our goal is going to be to minister to people that are hurting, struggling, addicted, and broken. And we already have dates that have been booked across the country, and we are developing all of the content. Basically, the Story Tour is a night of stories. It's a night where we're sharing stories of people that we know, that people that have been impacted by our ministry, or people that are just connected to our ministry in some way. And we're sharing these stories of freedom from addiction, or stories of broken marriages that God has restored. And so we're going to take this tour across the country, and it's our goal to see a revival in the lives of the people that are hurting and struggling. Right, Trav? Amen. So here's the thing. We need your help to make it happen. Normally, every 2 years, we make an album, and we try to raise money for that because we're not a signed band, so we don't have like a company behind us that is providing the resources. So we've always relied on the generosity of people like you to make that happen. And so we're asking you, because we really believe in this project, if you would consider supporting this project and help us develop the Story Tour by giving towards it financially. And we have a video that we're going to show you, and it's going to tell you all about the Story Tour. So check this video out. Imagine a revival sweeping the country, radically impacting drug addicts and bringing the hope of Jesus to the hurting and struggling. Hi, friends. We're so excited to announce the Story Tour. So my name is Alan, and 18 years ago, I was a drug addict. I was incarcerated. It was then that God set me free and gave me a hope and a future. And today, my band, Alan Scott Band, shares the love of Jesus with many who are struggling and addicted in drug rehabs, prisons, and churches across the country. We're at Rockview State Penitentiary, Retreat, Pennsylvania, northeastern New York. We are in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. We're at Benner State Correctional Facility. 2 years ago, 225 of you helped us record an album of songs. And over the past few years, those songs have been used at 270 events, including 28 state penitentiaries, to share Jesus with thousands of hurting people. And it's all been because of you, and I want to say thank you. And this year, in the midst of all the uncertainty and chaos sweeping the nation, God has given us the desire to create a national tour specifically for the hurting, addicted, and struggling. But I and the guys in the band believe that now more than ever, people need to experience the hope that Jesus gives. So in the spring of 2021, and continuing for as many years as God is going to allow, the Story Tour will be held in churches, community centers, prisons, and rehabs across the country. Each night is going to be a one-night musical journey featuring Alan Scott Band, our original music, live speakers, powerful testimonies and teaching, times of ministry, and most importantly, and I'm so excited about this, God's stories from across the United States that we have curated and captured on film. There's stories of freedom from addiction, depression, freedom from eating disorders, stories of healings and restored marriages. And all of these stories are going to come and culminate into one moment where we communicate this idea that because of Jesus, your story isn't over. And I believe this is going to be such a powerful and unique experience for those who are hurting and addicted. It's our goal that this event is going to be able to tour for years in the future, as long as there's a need, and we really see a need right now. In addition, in the spring, we're going to bring the Story Tour to 10 state penitentiaries. And we believe this tour is going to so powerfully communicate Jesus to those who are incarcerated. Now, if COVID prevents these spring events, they're going to be moved to the fall of 2021. But we're 100% committed to this tour, and we really believe that this is what God has called us to do. And we can't do it without you. We're asking for your help. So this is going to be a ticketed event. We're going to keep ticket prices intentionally low. Large groups of tickets are going to be given away to those in drug rehabs and to those who can't afford them but want to come. And we're also going to bring the event free of charge to prisons and penitentiaries. We're estimating that the cost to develop and launch this tour is going to be about $80,000. And half of that we're hoping to raise through this campaign. And we're asking, would you please consider supporting this project? And to show our appreciation, we've created 9 ways to say thank you, including unreleased acoustic versions of the songs, tour tickets, lifetime passes to the Story Tour, t-shirts, and I'm so excited about this. We've created one-of-a-kind tour experiences. We literally couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you for being the hands and feet of Jesus in the lives of those who are hurting, addicted, struggling, and incarcerated. And we hope to see you on the Story Tour in 2021.
The story's not over. The story's not over.
Everybody, so that is the Story Tour, and if you would, we would really love to have your help. And if you would consider helping us, we've created all kinds of ways to say thank you. And you can go to yourstoriesnotover.com, and there you can actually pre-order tickets and get all kinds of different things, experiences that we put together, right, Jerry?
Yep.
Like actually being a part of the show for one tour, or coming out to our rehearsals and hanging out with the band for a day. All kinds of stuff that we put together is our way of saying thank you. And, you know, we are trying to raise a total of about $80,000 and $40,000 to this campaign to bring this tour to life, because I really believe that there are hurting people out there right now, specifically they're addicted or that are struggling, that need to hear the message. And so we're asking you, would you go to yourstoriesnotover.com, and would you consider either making a donation or actually you can select a perk and get something in return. But it would really mean a lot to us. And so we're gonna play another song right now that is actually really about this.
Yes.
And
just about those perks, it's like a range of perks. So anything
Yes.
from like $1
Tell 'em.
up until, whatever. So just do what you can, and there's just options for everything.
That's awesome.
Whatever you guys are thinking.
Marilyn, Trevor, Debbie, Brenda, Mirica, what's up? Hey, Dylan, can you scroll through those comments too so I can see them? I want to see people. Yeah, just scroll to the top, or scroll to the bottom. Yeah, just so I can see them as they're coming. So I want to be able to see you guys as you're posting comments. So we were on tour in Texas, and we were on something called the Born to Be Brave tour, and we were in a hotel room, and Jared had this idea for a melody, and it was like this Latin beat.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. We were like working on it in the van before we got to the hotel.
Yep.
And then we were just like thinking about this new song. And then Connor had the idea for it, right?
Yep. And it turned out very different,
lyrics.
right? So, yeah, Connor had an idea for the lyrics. And then you want to say anything about that idea?
I don't know. I guess not. I don't know.
Well, he just
You're so shy.
Connor is shy.
I just had like a note in my phone with kind of like, they weren't even really lyrics. It was just kind of words. Almost like a poem, but not really a poem either. So I don't know, but
so
it kind of evolved.
But he had 4 bars, maybe,
Yeah,
or 4,
something,
4
bit.
sentences, and so we put those sentences into a song, and that became this song, and that song is Bright, and so we're gonna play it for you now. I hope it encourages you.
I couldn't or did not deserve. Love pulled me close and healed my hurts. I could give this love away in the things I do and words I say. Help me to give the love you gave. Help me to live and help me to give it. Your love for the broken, your hope for the addicted. Help me be alive in someone's night. 'Cause there's someone out there, someone who's waiting for a light to shine bright. For a light to shine bright. Your spirit moving, giving life. The hands of heaven moving mine. I wanna give this love away in the things I do and words I say. Help me to give the love you gave. Help me to live it, help me to give it. Your love for the broken, your hope for the addicted. Help me be alive in someone's night. 'Cause there's someone out there, someone who's waiting for a light to shine bright. For a light to shine bright. How can I show you love when I'm consumed with stuff? How can I be alive if fear removes my sight? Give me your eyes to see the one surrounding me. Let heaven move my heart. Let heaven come through me. Help me to live it, help me to give it. Your love for the broken, your hope for the addicted. Help me be alive in someone's life. 'Cause there's someone out there, someone who's waiting for a light to shine bright. For a light to shine
So I hope that song encourages you guys, and I just want to see who's watching. What's up, guys? Beautiful 81 people. Rick Whitmer, what's up, man? Rick says he likes the song. John Walters.
Nice.
Christina, what's up, Christina? Chris Marie, love the song Bright. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Josie Pistone Finley is watching, which is Austin's mom. They make the best pizza in State College.
Brothers.
Yep. So, hey guys, the reason that we're here tonight is we're asking for your help to create a tour for next year that we're going to go on that is going to tour the country called the Story Tour. And the Story Tour is a night of stories. We've captured stories from people across the country. And we are putting them all to the backdrop of our music. And there's stories of freedom from addiction, God restoring broken marriages, and eating disorders, all kinds of things. And I'm an ex-drug addict. We have an amazing guy named Travis that's going to be on the tour with us. And we want to see a revival in the lives of people that are hurting and struggling. So the thing is, this tour, to develop this tour and to do all the things that we want to do with it, we actually want to be able to, in a lot of senses, give this tour away. So for people that can't afford tickets, we want to give tickets away. We want to take this tour into a lot of state correctional facilities next year. And we also want to give blocks of tickets away to people in rehabs. And so the cost of doing that and developing the tour, putting the tour together and promoting the tour, which we believe is so needed right now because so many people are hurting and struggling, it's going to be about $80,000. So we're trying to raise $40,000, half of that, through an Indiegogo campaign, which is a crowdfunding campaign. And the awesome thing is you can get tons of things in return for supporting the project. And so I want to ask you if you would go to yourstoriesnotover.com. Dylan, slap that URL up there so that people can see it. And would you go there? Would you consider supporting the project? You can get things in return.
What kind of things?
Cool things. Yeah,
what kind of things?
Like you can be a roadie for a day, and you can go out with us. Exactly. You can come out. Wow. It's fun. And you could also be in the show. You could come to our rehearsals and help us rehearse.
Which is not that fun, but you will love it.
It's all very glamorous. We promise you. We promise you the glamour is going to be way off the charts. But you can, there's so many different things. There's like story tour merchandise. You can get tickets, lifetime passes. This is a tour that we're going to continue for years to come. It's not tied to any specific album release. It's more about encouraging people who are hurting and struggling. So if you would be willing to support the project, we would really appreciate it. You can go to yourstoriesnotover.com. And I want you to see the kind of impact that our ministry has had on some different people in the past, and what we're hoping the Story Tour, the change that Jesus will bring through this tour to affect people. So here's a story about an amazing woman named Brenna that Jared and I, or not Jared, it was Austin and I. Austin and I went up and we saw near Ottawa, Canada, right? And it is an incredible story. But she saw us at a state correctional facility a couple years ago. And I want you to hear this story, so check it out.
Hi, my name is Brenna, and I'm here to share my story with you. My father was a very, very heavy addict and alcoholic. He was very abusive, and that started the emotional impact on my life. I didn't know how to cope with those things, so I always swore that I would never do anything or live the way that my father did, but that's what I found helped me to get through life. When I was about 13 years old, I started, using like marijuana and alcohol, things like that, and then after a while it just wasn't enough. So I started to use like cocaine and pills and things like that, and when those weren't enough, I turned to heroin eventually. And by the time I was 17 years old, I was a full-blown heroin addict. I, threw away my whole entire 20s in and out of jail. I couldn't even tell you how many times I was homeless, sleeping in abandoned buildings in South Wilkes-Barre. Finally, my last time incarcerated was an eye-opening experience for me. I was being sentenced for access device fraud, identity theft, multiple paraphernalia charges, I think also a retail theft. And I was at the boot camp for 6 months, and I was actually kind of rebellious when I first got there because I still kind of didn't think anything was wrong with me, so I kind of fought with everything and everyone around me. The chaplain I became really good friends with while I was there. And he told us that the Alan Scott Band was coming to play, and I had never heard of the Alan Scott Band, but I was excited because I'm a lover of live music and concerts and things like that. You know, I made sure I got a seat up front and everything like that because I was just ready to hear some music. And so you guys were playing for a while, and I started to feel kind of emotional, and then you guys started playing Run to You, and this was the first time I've ever heard this song, but in the middle of this song, I just knew that right then and there that I felt like this song was being sung only to me in that moment. And I actually had to gather myself during it so that I wasn't a hysterical mess sitting there in front of everybody. And you also told your story that day, and the way that you told your story also just added to how much that day impacted me. After that, I don't even know how to explain it. I couldn't even speak for a couple hours. I could only sob. For the longest time, I wasn't looking for God. I wasn't looking to have Jesus be a part of my life. I was a mess, and you know, I was searching at that time, but I didn't know that it would come to me in a form of a song. I've never had that happen before, and it was like, everything felt right. Everything felt just so powerful and so right. And it was like he was coming through you directly to me. You know, I was running around and moving so fast, I was missing my own blessings and seeing everybody else receive theirs, and I missed so many, but I was able to receive that one in that moment, and it changed my life forever. I am more than grateful and blessed that the Alan Scott Band came to Quahana Boot Camp that day. They were definitely meant to be a part of my life. I left Quahana Boot Camp November 15th of 2017. And my clean date is December 4th, 2016. So I will be coming up on 4 years here shortly. And I've never been able to say that. It's crazy to even hear. I was addicted to heroin and for a very long time, and I had no hope. There was no light at the end of my tunnel, but because of Jesus, I'm still here today.
So I hope that story encourages you. And I know on Facebook looks like there's a little bit of some latency and some technological problems, but it was so great to actually meet Brenna and hear her story and hear how we were just honored to be a part of her story. And that's what we want to see happen across the country. Brenna is such a special girl, and has now been free from heroin addiction for 2 years. And we want to see that same story repeat itself across the country, a revival in the addicted and hurting and struggling. So, and we're not going to be able to do it without you. And so, you know, as part of this, we're trying to raise $40,000 through this campaign to help launch the Story Tour, which is a tour. It's a night of stories that we, the band, have captured on camera, and we're going to share with the audience, and we're going to have our music be the backdrop of these stories. And it's so cool. We've like restructured our songs, and have totally like redone everything. But we're sharing. This event is going to be something that highlights these stories and communicates the idea that with Jesus, your story isn't over. And we're not going to be able to do it without you. We need to raise about $40,000 through this campaign. We're asking if you would help us do that to help with the startup costs of the show and also helping to make it free for a lot of people who can't afford to come. We're also going to be taking this into prisons and penitentiaries. So if you'd like to help, and you can get a lot of cool things in return, and you just go to yourstoriesnotover.com, and we'll have Dylan put the link up for that on the screen. You guys can see it. It's yourstoriesnotover.com. And so we're going to actually play a song that we have written and recorded but haven't released yet. And so yesterday when we showed up here, we showed up to do rehearsals yesterday. We had literally never played this song before. And so you are in for a whole train wreck. Just kidding. But, this song is a song called Hold It All. And we're going to release it a little bit later in the year. But the message of the song is that that our lives, we're not ultimately, only God can hold our life. And, that's a good place to be. Maybe you're in a situation where you feel helpless or you're hurting. And or you just can't see out of the situation that you're in. But, God doesn't fail. He can't fail at anything that he starts. And he's the one that started in the work in you, and he's going to be the one that's faithful to complete it. So this song is called Hold It All. I hope it encouraged you.
And one other thing. Did we mention that Adam's here?
Adam is here.
And he got switched out for Caleb because Caleb's great. He's just not as good as Adam.
Well, and
that's
as Caleb has been aging, he's just less and less good looking over time.
Not as agile.
So now we have when Travis is over there, he's like, oh,
no idea.
Caleb.
So this is
That's
Adam.
fine.
Yeah, this is Adam.
Hey, I
on
want to say
drums.
hi to people. We got Pamela, we got Crystal, Mike G, Beth Davidson. Hey, Beth, Jenna Miller, Jarrett Evans, Sandy Phillips, Amanda Marie Strausser.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
All of you guys should go to yourstoriesnotover.com.
Yes, right now. You can, we'll wait for the song.
Yes.
If you want to.
And sign up to support the story tour. And so this is a song called Hold It All, and we're going to try to play it for you now. I hope it encourages you. I have to sing really fast in this song. We'll see how I do.
Deep breaths.
All right. Holding on to the pieces you kept. Gotta spin all the plates that you got left. Gonna make everything come out right. Gonna show everyone you fight. Sleeps to the weak, no rest for the weary. These are the lies that we all believe. Believe you don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to hold it all. Hold it all. He's holding on to you. He's holding on to you. For the broken, low in the attic. For the single mom independent. Forgot my words. Trying to figure it out. He's holding on to you. You don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to hold it all. Hold it all. He's holding on to you. He's holding on to you. You don't have to figure it out, work it all out. You don't have to have a big plan as fast as you can. You're gonna see him move. He's holding on to you. So I hope you guys like that song. That is brand new. We have never played it before in front of anybody, so we're playing it for you. What is up, guys? 92 of you beautiful people. Grace Ward, Tanya Sullivan,
Grace Ward.
Gene Pearson. Love Hold It All. Glad God is holding it all together. Rube Mills, what's up, Josh? Josh, the guy that used to travel with us. He's a great guy. Diana Ross, Gene Pearson, my first concert. Gene Pearson, won't let go. Preach it. Watching Caleb Bush. Thanks, Tanya. Caleb, come on up here. Where you at?
Yeah,
come here, Caleb.
Come here.
No, come here.
We got some fans of Caleb over here.
Caleb Bush, come here, Caleb.
Come here.
Everyone give Caleb a hand. He's 4 babies, 4 kids, many businesses, and the stubble of a Greek god, right? Yep. So, and let's see who else is watching. Rick Whitmer, so glad you liked it. Gene, Marilyn, Miranda, Crystal Knapp. Hey, guys. So, yeah, guys, this is basically our shameless plug, this video that we're doing.
Yes, it is.
Because we need your help to make something really big happen.
Oh, we need it.
Yes, and the thing that we need your help with is something called the Story Tour. And the Story Tour is a tour that in this whole COVID season, so we were out traveling in March.
Yeah.
Right? And
You're on tour.
We were on tour in March, yeah. And starting in March, like everything got shut down. So like all of our events, which we play around 100, 110 events a year, everything stopped. And entered a really interesting season for us for a lot of reasons. Number one, I mean, we're, as musicians, we make money when we go out and we play. And so that's been interesting, trusting God to provide, which he has provided. But the thing that's really interesting is that in this time where there has been, where we haven't been playing really at all, God has put in our hearts the desire to reach more hurting and struggling people in a way that we've never done. And so it was earlier this year, and I had this idea. I was like, I'm always hearing these stories of people that come up to us and talk to us, and I get to share my story as an ex-drug addict wherever we go, and I'm amazed that even when I share just a little bit of my story, how people connect with that. People that are hurting, and people maybe that are going through addiction, and have heard what I went through as an ex-drug addict and what God brought me out of. And so I had this idea: what if we took a bunch of stories and we captured them on film, and we created a whole event around those stories of God restoring broken marriages, stories of freedom from addiction, stories of eating disorders, a guy that you're going to hear in just a sec who almost committed suicide, right? And we are putting all these stories into a night, and God redeems every story, and by the end of the night, our goal is to convince the people that are sitting in the seats that with Jesus, their story isn't over. And so this is a big vision. We want to take this across the country, and we want to give the show away to as many people as we can, people in prisons, people in rehabs. We're going to take a version of this tour into the state penitentiary system. And we're going to give tickets away to people that are in rehab facilities, and we're also going to give tickets away to people that just can't afford them. And our goal is that it's a night that is going to convince people that Jesus is bigger than whatever they're facing. And so the cost to develop this tour, the cost to promote this tour, the cost to keep ticket prices really low and give a lot of tickets, we've estimated that the costs are about $80,000 for us to launch this tour. And so we're asking if you've been impacted by our ministry, or you want to be a part of this and what we want to see God do. We're asking if you would consider supporting it by going to yourstoriesnotover.com. And there you can just make a donation towards the tour, or you can sign up to receive a lot of really awesome incentives. And one of the incentives is that you get to hang out with Jared Van Noos for a day.
Yeah, that's not one of the incentives.
And rehearsals, yeah. It's called rehearse, rehearse, rehearse.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you could just hang out with me if you want, because I probably am the coolest
Jared
person.
is a great debater. He will debate you on anything.
Oh,
I
will.
So if you would
I'm
like that,
opinionated.
if you would basically like to have that.
If this sounds interesting to you about debating about anything, it could be anything. I'm here for it.
That's right.
And you got to pay, but I'm here for it.
Well, we put together all kinds of cool things: merchandise, unreleased versions of songs, tickets to the tour. We're going to be traveling all across the country, and also tour experiences, being in the show as our way of saying thank you. So if you can go to yourstoriesnotover.com, check it out, and support it, we would be greatly appreciative.
It is live right now.
Yes.
I mean, this thing is live. It was just live today, just started, and any donation right now is so key to keep that momentum kind of going. So if you can donate, right now is the perfect time to do that. So I mean, even during this live, click on that link, just go check it out. Even if you don't donate, just go check it out and just see what's on there. See if you can give whatever you can give.
And you can just share about it too. I mean, that helps us. Grace Ward says that she can vouch that hang out with Jared all day is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, and that I'm
debating
a great
him
debater.
is not fun.
No.
So I want to introduce you guys to somebody, and this guy is somebody that I met probably about a year ago, and so we actually got his story on film, right, Austin? Was it about a year ago? Yeah, we got his story on film, and whenever I watched his story and just knew who he was, I knew that God was just on this guy. And so we asked him to be a part of the story tour. And he's going to be the tour pastor / speaker. And so I'm going to introduce you to Travis Habershon. Did I say it right, Travis?
Come on, that was pretty close.
Come on.
Habershon.
Travis, what's up, my man?
What up, bro?
And he's got some artwork here, which I'm digging.
Come on, tats out there.
That's right.
Amen to the tats.
That's right. So Travis has a story. His story's going to be part of the tour. Tell us a little bit of your story.
Yeah, so I've been clean and sober now for over 11 years, all because of the grace and mercy of our awesome God. But I hit this low point where the drugs weren't fun anymore and the party was over. And all I wanted to do was die. That thought, just kill yourself, just kill yourself, just kill yourself, towards the end of my addiction, plagued my mind like a virus. And after you entertain that thought for a while, I honestly thought that's my only way out. I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I believed the lie that I would be better off gone. I believed all I'm doing is hurting people, and I don't want to do that anymore. But I didn't have any hope. I didn't feel there was anything to cling to. And so that thought led to me taking a bottle of 50 to 60 pills and no suicide letter, basically saying goodbye to this world. Well, long story short, it's 32 hours after I took those pills, I heard a knock on my door.
You're down 32 hours. You're out.
Out.
And just waiting, basically, you're ready to die, just waiting to die.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%, I wasn't doing something to just get attention. I thought that's the only way out for me. And yep, I was out for 32 hours. It was about 10 a.m. when I took those pills. When I heard the knock on the door, it was 5 in the evening the whole next day.
Dang.
So 32 hours out, I hear this knock, which is miraculous in and of itself. And I kind of had one of those junky flop houses at that time where people would come day or night just to use, get high, and things like that. But so my friend is a friend of mine knocking on the door. I hear it. My whole body's covered in this bright red rash. Half of the left side of it was completely numb. And I've never been in a more delirious state in my life. My friend was obviously concerned about me. He's like, dude, something's up. You crossed the line. And I couldn't communicate that I tried to kill myself. I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know anything that was happening. And so long story short, my friend leaves and goes to a bar room. And he's just in this bar room talking about, Travis is out of his mind. Something's up with him. Just bar room talk if you've ever been a part of that lifestyle. And so what he didn't know was sitting a couple bar stools down was somebody that knew my big sister. And they overheard that he was basically saying, I'm in trouble. Well, they got a hold of my sister. My sister gets a hold of my mom. And a week later, I was in a rehab getting help. And I like to say it this way: I tried to check out, but God checked in. He did for me what I couldn't do for myself. And God will send people into your life to be that cry for help. I didn't ask for help because I didn't believe I deserved help. But God's love and mercy says, oh no, boy, I got a plan for you.
Preach.
One day, you're going to be with the Alan Scott Band. You're going to be planning a tour that is going to reach drug addicts across the world. That's going to give hope to people all over the world that are struggling with different habits, hurts, and hang-ups. And I'm telling you, what God's done for me, what God's done for my brother, he wants to multiply that thing like never before. So that began my journey to finding Jesus.
And you've been a pastor now for how many years?
I've been a full-time youth pastor for coming up on 5 years.
5 years. And you've been married?
Married?
For how long?
Almost, or 8.
8 years. And how long have you been sober?
I've been sober now over 11 years.
11 years. See, God, this is what God can do to a life. And there are thousands of people out there right now that are struggling, even in a bigger way. COVID, people being quarantined and closed off. I mean, no matter what you think about that, the truth is that suicides are going up. We already had a problem before. But now, I mean, their use is higher than ever. People are overdosing. And there are a lot of hurting people even that are outside of that. People that just have had their lives shaken. Like we've all had our lives shaken. And, the message that we want to share is that Jesus is bigger. That he's faithful. That he's going to see you through it. And that he knows what he's doing. He's got a plan. What the enemy meant to do to you, God is going to use for you. And so Travis is going to be an amazing part of the show. He's going to be sharing his story, but we need your help to make it happen.
Come on, guys.
Come on, we're fully
You.
committed.
Come on, give into this. This is good ground, and we want to reach as many people as we possibly can.
Preach it, my man.
Amen, bro.
You rock.
Bless you.
So yourstoriesnotover.com is the magic URL, and I want to say hi to some people. What is going on over here? Crystal Knapp, Terry Fitzgerald, Amanda Marie Strouser. Preach. Lauren Cavala, Jenna Miller, Terry Fitzgerald. These names sound familiar to you guys? Some of them?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah? Are they? Nice.
Yeah, Alan, is that
Scott Stapp. Oh, it's my brother. Hey, listen. I'm going to introduce you to my brother. Yeah, look at him. He's like, oh. That are supporting this project. And to show our appreciation, we've created 9 ways to say thank you, including unreleased acoustic versions of the songs, tour tickets, lifetime passes to the Story Tour, t-shirts, and I'm so excited about this. We've created one-of-a-kind tour experiences. We literally couldn't do what we do without you. So thank you for being the hands and feet of Jesus in the lives of those who are hurting, addicted, struggling, and incarcerated. And we hope to see you on the Story Tour in 2021.
The story's not over. The story's not over.
I hope that video kind of spoke to you, laid out what we're trying to do. We would really appreciate your help and your support in making the Story Tour happen. We believe we're going to be able to reach a lot of hurting and struggling people, and we are fully committed to launching this tour in 2021. Matter of fact, we already have a lot of dates scheduled. And if COVID prevents us from doing spring dates, we're going to move to the fall. And we're still going to do the tour. And the tour is going to be ongoing. And in penitentiaries, the second we can get in there, we're launching into the penitentiaries. So we're asking, would you help us put together this special night? We can't do it without you. And you can go to yourstoriesnotover.com to help and to find out how you can help, mainly by giving us your money. Yeah. But you can get a lot of cool things in return. And we just want to say thank you so much. We hope that you guys have been encouraged. And I'll go back and read all the comments.
Oh, share this video.
Which video? Oh, this video. Yeah, share this video. Share.
More people see it, more,
That's right. That's right. So thank you guys, and we will see you soon. God bless you. Later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.